Hi there, just popping in today to let you know that on the 31st of July, Chiron, the wounded healer, is moving into retrograde motion in Aries. Now, Chiron's been sitting in Aries for around about 6 years, and he spends 7 years in each sign of the zodiac. So, this is our last chance of Chiron being retrograde while he's in this cycle or while he's transiting through the sign of Aries. And I think around July next year, he moves into Taurus. So, this is really important because Chiron and Aries, so the wounded healer, the job of the wounded healer is to help us to see where we're wounded. Where is there a belief, a deep belief, a deep hurt, a deep wound within us that stops us from achieving our goals, from being what we want to be, from living a happy life, for having peace and tranquility, whatever it is, there's always something or often something in the way that's stopping you that. And it's usually this old wound, which has then become a belief system within you that we need to overcome. So while the planets are moving, they're all affecting, of course, the whole planet globally and bringing collective learning to us all. But we're also all learning things on a very individual basis as well. So the learning of Chiron and Aries is whether you think you're good enough. So we've had 6 years of that button being pushed, of being treated in ways where we have to step up, where we have to speak up, where we have to start to be the person that believes in you. Because if you don't believe in you, you can't expect anybody else to. So it all has to start with you. So once he goes retrograde, he really gives us this last opportunity to really explore how deep does that wound go? How badly scarred are you? And what is at the very beginning of it? Because too often all we do is stick bandages on an already festering wound. And we think that something that's come up that's triggered us now is the cause of our problems. That's what's making us so upset. That's what's making us react so strongly to a situation. But it's not. It's just the trigger of the old wound that hasn't been healed. And it's like any wound, if you don't clean it out completely of all the gunk that's in there, it's going to keep reinfecting, it's going to keep hurting, and it's going to keep getting worse. So we've got to go deep. And this is what Chiron in retrograde really gives us the opportunity to do, is really dive into that wound. And the thing with our wounds, there's always, they're like the shadow side or something dark, something that's hurt us, something that's negative in our lives. But, there's the opposite to that, which is what we're here to transform into. So we take the pain and the suffering of Chiron and Aries, of feeling like we're not good enough or that we can't be in charge or we can't stand on our own 2 feet, all of those deep fears or insecurities that go with that belief, we take all of those and we transform them into the opposite, which is the ability to stand on your own 2 feet, that the knowledge that you can lead others and the knowing that you are good enough. So you're sort of transforming your wound into your superpower. And this is what we know. If you look back at life, some of the things that have hurt you the most, that you've dealt with, that you've overcome, that you've gotten through, and now the things the areas of your life where you can be the most powerful because you've had the experience. You know what it feels like. You know what it looks like. You know what it tastes like. And you've also learnt the tools or the knowledge, or you gained the knowledge that you needed to get over that, to survive it, to overcome it, so that you can become a powerhouse in that energy rather than being in the suffering from it or having it all on top of you. You get to be on top of it. So what we can really do at this time is really look to where your beliefs are connected to your fears. And so looking at, for instance, you might, if we go with the belief that you're not good enough, you might last week have had someone in your work, in your office, sort of tell you did something wrong and it triggered, I'm not good enough. But if you really look at it and you go right back, it probably goes back to your childhood or something that happened to you when you were perhaps 5 years old, where somebody told you at school, you're not good enough to play with me, or you can't be my friend today, or whatever it was. And that activated an old wound that you came into this lifetime with. And therefore, in that situation, it was the other kids that said that to you. They were the problem. They were the ones wounding you and injuring you. But all they were doing was actually triggering something that's already within you that needs to heal. So every time we get triggered by something, we need to look at the prime cause, the primary cause of it. Where did it start? Because you can't heal something from the outside. You've got to go into the inside. So we've got around about 5 months of Jupiter retrograde. It's going to be from sorry, not Jupiter, Chiron retrograde from the 31st of July until the 2nd of January 2026. So we've got about 5 or 6 months there to really go deeply into this wound and really look at it and start to see how it affects different areas of your life and how you need to go right back and heal that original wound, because you you are good enough. You can stand on your own 2 feet and you can lead others. And you know this. There's a part of you inside of you that does know this very clearly. And you need to remind yourself of that. It's all about remembering who you truly are. No, not allowing the chaos that's going on around us, or the things that come at you, or the triggers that come your way, to be being what define you. You're here to learn that, to love yourself, to believe in yourself, and to know that you're good enough. And if we can all do that and all really believe in who we are and what we have to bring to the table, then the world will change. But it always has to start with us. If we all don't believe, and we're always looking to other people to decide things for us, or to take the lead, or to make decisions for us, then we're giving away our power. And we're staying in that sense of, I don't believe in myself, I don't have any worth, other people are better than I am. And that's not the way to be. And we all know that. And so we've got to start to do something about it right now with this wonderful retrograde of Chiron. So don't be afraid to go deeply into those wounds, to actually think back on every time in your life you've been made to feel like you weren't good enough. Look at the situation and what went on then, and look at how it's helped you to grow. Because really, we don't learn self-love and self-worth by someone telling us we're fabulous. We learn it when people put us down, and we have to fight back for what we believe in within ourselves. So the fight is on now. We're in the age of Aquarius. All the planets have shifted signs and moving into retrograde. Now is our time to do that deep, deep inner work. Now, I offer lots of courses on this and readings and all sorts of things off my website, www.starwise.com. So if you need some help and you'd like some more information on how you can actually heal those deep inner wounds within yourself, then please get in touch or go to my website and see what might be there that could help you. That's what I'm here for, is to help you find your purpose in this lifetime, and to find and celebrate your soul's journey. So have a wonderful enjoyment of this transit. The retrogrades can be difficult because they do force us to go within, but that's where all the answers are. So good luck and enjoy the journey. See you later. Bye.